Hello and welcome to Tinker and Torque. This is my new to me 2024 Ford Mustang Dark Horse with the Dark Horse appearance package in ember blue metallic. Beautiful paint color and the thing that sold me on this gently previously owned vehicle. Wait, did you say you bought a used car? Look, I don't have all the money in the world, so buying this as a previously owned vehicle allowed me to avoid several things that I didn't want to pay, and those are $20,000 Ford dealership markups and a gas guzzler tax. By buying this with 10,000-ish miles on it from a local dealer, I was able to support my local dealership, buy the vehicle that I wanted in the spec that I would have probably done myself, and get it at a price point that I'm comfortable with. I recommend used vehicles to everybody, especially if they're still under warranty. No, this is a performance car. I've heard everybody who goes and buys a performance car immediately does nothing but 0 to 60s and burnouts. How do you even have tires left on this thing? Look, in my experience, vehicles like this with this low of mileage are rarely abused to the point where they can't be sold. And if they were, they probably wouldn't be at a main dealer. Main dealers have to warranty the vehicles. They're gonna be there in your local community with you coming back and complaining to them if they sold you a lemon. Odds are, if this vehicle had been abused, it would have gone to one of those dirt lot used car dealerships. There's nothing wrong with those, but they tend to get the lower tier vehicles that went to auction because your dealer didn't want to sell it and affect their reputation. And if there was any concern, I purchased an extended warranty with this vehicle when I bought it. I don't recommend that for everybody, but for my use case, I wanted to ensure that this vehicle was warranted. It is a high performance car. Parts for these tend to be expensive. And with the new lighting systems, I wanted to be sure that my dealership was going to be taking care of any major thing that might break on this vehicle for the foreseeable future while I'm using this as my daily driver. That's fine, but you could have bought a GT. They're basically the exact same car anyway, right? You're right, I could have bought a GT. But the thing is, there are a few things about this vehicle that I wanted, like the Tremec 6-speed, and those aren't available on the GT. So what I did was I went and bought one of these with what I consider to be low mileage for around the price of a GT. I recommend look around in your local area and see if you can't find a deal where maybe you can get a higher trim level vehicle or something with options the way you want them, gently used for around the same price as the lower trim. Sure, but where's the giant spoiler thing, right? This isn't even the right trim level. You bought a Dark Horse, but you didn't get the fancy racing package. You're right, I didn't get the one with the handling package. And I know all the reviewers say get the one with the handling package. I bought a used one. I got it spec'd the way it was spec'd. And that's okay, because I think I would have spec'd this the same way. This is base spec with the Recaros, the appearance package. I love the color. The Recaros are super comfortable. And honestly, heated and cooled seats would have been nice. But it's not available, so you get what you get. This, I'll be able to make do with as my daily driver. I've already been having it do daily driver duties for the last few weeks. All right, now you would probably like a walk around video. But the thing is, when I purchased this vehicle about 2 weeks ago, I asked the dealer to not do any kind of cleaning on it, don't detail it, that I was gonna do it. So I gotta get this thing washed, prepped, and ready for ceramic coating. Once I get the ceramic coating done, then I'll detail the interior. And then, following that, I will give you a walk around of this vehicle and show you some of its features and some of the reasons why I chose this over other vehicles I was looking at, like a Mercedes C63 AMG. And yeah, I cross-shopped these vehicles. Anyway, stick around. We're gonna get this thing washed up, get it prepped, get it ceramic coated with some Avalon King Max ceramic coating. No, I'm not sponsored. No, I've never used this product before. I'm trying it out because a lot of other YouTubers do use this product. I watch their channels and I want to try it out for myself and give an honest review of how easy it is to apply. And then once it's cured, how hydrophobic it is, and then I'll probably do a follow-up down the road in one of my future videos about how it's holding up after several washes. Now, when I wash my cars, I do use the 2-bucket method, as you'll see coming up. And for upkeep, I use a spray detailer and microfibers to just wipe my vehicles down. I never take them through an automated wash. I never spray water directly out of a hose onto my vehicle. So if you do those things, your mileage may vary as to how long a coating like this holds up, but let's get to it. All right, now it's time to go. We're pulling the car into the shop and we're going to get the ceramic coating applied. This is important because I want to daily drive this car in the Pacific Northwest. It rains a lot here and I don't really want water spots all over my Dark Horse if I can avoid it. That being said, it's going to get some, and it's just going to be something I have to deal with daily driving this car. But I'm wiped it down with isopropyl alcohol. Next step, I'm opening up the container with all the kit that came from Avalon King. Comes with a set of gloves. I wound up having to use some of my own nitrile gloves. I recommend having more than 2 gloves on hand. They're not that expensive, so, you know. But here it is, Avalon King Max. I believe it's their mid-tier. It's not quite their professional grade stuff, but it's supposed to last longer. We'll see how that goes. And then I'm applying it per the instructions, and applying some drops, doing it in one direction, applying more drops when it starts to look dry, and then I'm going to go back and cross-hatch it, do it in the other direction, and rinse and repeat over the entire car. It's a time-consuming process. Make sure you have most of a day, if not at least an afternoon, for doing a car this size. If you're doing an SUV or something larger, I would recommend having quite a bit more time. But you know, your mileage may vary. I'm not a professional. I've ceramic coated only 2 or 3 cars before, and it had been a few years since I'd used any of these products. So yeah, I'm not sponsored by Avalon King or anything. This is just, I had a good coupon for it. It's made it a little bit cheaper than C Quartz, which is what I typically use, so I went with this. Avalon King advertised that their product could be used on glass, plastic, paint, whatever exterior surfaces of your car you wanted to put it on pretty much. So I decided to do my glass as well. So after I finished up with the front body, I did the roof and then moved on to doing the back glass. Ultimately, this was a relatively easy process, but getting it streak-free on the glass seemed to be a little bit more difficult than on the paint. This may have just been me and my application techniques, but overall it was relatively easy to apply. A lot of people have said this before, but I did notice some streaking and hazing in it, and I had to go back and wipe it down with IPA. Okay, so that's that. So you probably want to know a few things. How difficult was it to install? Wasn't difficult, was tedious. Took me most of the day. I didn't bore you with all the footage, and to be fair, I took a lot of breaks because it was Friday and we had some stuff going on. Harlequin had a presentation with her VBS class that she had been teaching all week, and so we wanted to participate in that. But as far as the overall installation process, pretty easy. It's typical for a ceramic coating. Do a crosshatch pattern, wait for it to flash off, wipe it off. All of that went smoothly. I didn't have enough in the bottle to do 2 full coats of the car. A lot of people said that they did. That wasn't my experience. Maybe I went a little heavy. I don't know. I can't speak to how long it's gonna last or any of that, but as far as the installation goes, it was easy. I wouldn't say easier than other products I've used, like C Quartz. It seemed to be about the same. So I had got it with a coupon code. I think it was 25% off, which brought it right around the price of C Quartz. So I figured I might as well try it. But I would say if it's not on sale, I wouldn't probably buy it again. But we'll see how it holds up, because maybe I'm going to be surprised there. Second thing is I have a cup with some water in it, and I'm going to dump that down one of the panels here and demonstrate to you the hydrophobic properties of it. I already looked at it a little bit. It seems to be pretty good. We'll again see how that holds up, and I'll give you a follow-up in like 6 months or something. But if I remember, remind me. Comment down below in one of my videos in 6 months. Let me know. I need to come back and update you on this. Okay, it's been longer than I expected to get to this test. So the car was ceramic coated probably about 2 weeks ago now, and it's just been sitting here in my shop because I went on a cruise to Alaska with my friends and family. But now I've got this cup of regular toilet water like somebody would dump on their car in a normal situation, and I'm going to pour it over the hood here just to demonstrate the hydrophobic properties of this coating today, and then we can repeat this in 6 months and see how well this is holding up. All right, thanks for joining me for this video. I appreciate you sticking it out till the end. If you enjoyed this type of content, like, comment, and subscribe. Your typical YouTube stuff. If you didn't like this, or you think I should have done something else, or I missed something, comment down below, let me know, and I'll try to get to it. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and I'm gonna continue trying to grow and bring you better and better content. So, let's build this thing together. All right, thank you.